It's a wet start to the weekend here at the Austrian Grand Prix, but despite the unfortunate conditions, we're expecting the first cars out on track any moment now. No cars on track just yet then. We'll be getting the green light in a couple of minutes. And all eyes are fixed on the sky. Anthony Davidson, I think they're hoping to spot a nice patch of blue heading this way.
Doesn't look like it's going to happen anytime soon though, does it? I'm not sure how many teams will be willing to send their cars out in these conditions, to be honest. There are guys out in the pit lane with leaf blowers trying to clear the worst of the standing water away, but it seems like a bit of a futile effort as things stand right now. Of course, the best way to clear water is to get cars out on track. The trouble is, no one wants to be the first one out there. As soon as one or two sensible lap times appear on the monitors though, more are guaranteed to follow.
There's some more time to be found in these turns.
What's up YouTube land, Xeno Gaming here for the 8th episode I believe of my 2018 Formula 1 career mode here in the Alfa Romeo Sauber F1 car. Looking to build on the strong race in Paul Ricard here at Austria today. Not one of my most favoured tracks is Austria. Not really the biggest fan of it. I don't get any enjoyment out of driving the track. So yeah, anyway, we're here starting practice. Here we're just doing some of the programs, and it was actually wet as you saw from the introduction to the video, and the track's now drying out, but you can see we are still on the intermediate tyre and just getting a feel for the track, and which was quite tricky at the start, but as it progressed it went on, it was getting better and better. And so yeah, hope you guys enjoy today's episode, and now we will be moving on to qualifying as soon as this lap is over.
Great.
Thank you for joining us once again for today's qualifying session. Sit back, relax, and enjoy what we hope will be a fantastic contest for pole position. Now then, Anthony Davidson, you're not getting any younger, but you have been involved in your fair share of qualifying sessions in an illustrious 30-year career. How do you deal with the pressure when you have that one chance to deliver a perfect lap?
It's not so much about dealing with the pressure, it's more about how you approach the risk and just how much of it are you willing to take. You're constantly balancing the car on the edge of grip from braking, cornering and traction, and over the course of a lap it's easy to get that balance wrong, and that's why achieving the perfect lap is almost impossible. As you say, I've been doing this 30 years now and it never gets any easier.
Welcome to qualifying here at the Austrian Grand Prix here today. Going to be quite an interesting one with the pace of the Sauber car around this track, because there's not too many corners. There's only, well, 9 now, technically 8. I don't really count the second corner on the track. It's the little kink before turn 3. But you know, the Sauber car really excels with the straight line speed compared to its aero and chassis.
There's a few cars out on track. Perhaps we should get out there before it gets busy.
Thanks for that, Jeff. If you guys ever wondered what setup I was using, there it was there really quickly. Gonna go out on the super soft tyre at first. I think that's always a good strategy, just to build up the confidence, and if you put up in a good enough lap time, then you don't have to go out and waste the ultra soft. So first one was pretty good, then really improved on the second lap into the 1 minute 5s on the set of super soft, so that really gave me confidence. And then now into the next session on the ultra soft tyre, and there's a 1 minute 5.4, which I believe was the best lap of, I don't know, this second lap in Q2 I think so, is the best lap we did of the day. A 1:05 there, I'm not quite sure, can't really see in the little preview box, but we do go P1 during Q2, which was really shocking. So this is on 105 difficulty, and after this race weekend I have thought about turning it up to 110 just to see how it is. Anyway, moving on now to Q3, and the first lap of Q3 was a 105.7, so I lost a bit of time there, made a few mistakes. Now here is the last lap in Q3. We'll go on board for the final run in Q3. Here we come into turn 1, just after the 100 metre point in between. Spot your braking point, turn in nice and early, try and get the power down as quickly as you can, open the DRS. Now you get the long straight towards turn 3. Also, just after the 100 metre board, back down to second gear. Really try to find to actually go back in the first, just went a bit deep there. Open the DRS, try to be really smooth, really hard to get traction out of that corner. And then into turn 4 now. Once again after the 100 metre board, so just where the bridge starts, kind of back to third, get the car turned in on the power nice and early. A little bit of oversteer there on the exit, which isn't ideal always. Now this is one of the corner I hate the most in this track, just that long left-hander that it feels like it goes forever really. And then this one as well, not my most favoured corner, really missed the apex there, try to get the power on as soon as possible. Now coming into the best corner on the track in my opinion. 5th gear, or no, 6th gear I think, yep, 6th gear, and get that apex nicely, and then into the final corner, 5th gear, 4th gear to get turned in a bit better, and it's a lap around Austria, and that put us
Nice job
on the grid. So that was really encouraging for the Sauber car. Like I said before, I think there is a bit of a issue with the AI difficulty at 105 around this track. So I've noticed maybe my pace has improved a little bit as well since I started playing the game a bit more regularly. And we'll give it to David Croft for the race introduction.
Good afternoon and welcome to Spielberg, and to a circuit that in one form or another has held every Austrian Grand Prix in the championship, except the very first back in 1964. It was at this race that John Watson lost a bet and his beard when he took Team Penske's only F1 victory in 1976. If anything, the stakes are even higher today, with 25 points available for victory and a crucial advantage in the championship fight. The Spielberg circuit then is situated 700 metres above sea level, with just 10 corners making up one of the shortest laps of the season. One time around here is a distance of 2.6 miles, with the best overtaking chances into turn 1 or the tight uphill turn 3. Almost ready to go then, and this is what the starting grid looks like for today's race. Lewis Hamilton lines up on pole position, and Kimi Raikkonen completes the front row. Looking down the rest of the grid, we have Bottas, Vettel, the captain, and Verstappen, Perez, Ocon, Grosjean, and Carlos Sainz, Magnussen, Hülkenberg, Charles Leclerc, and Alonso, Ricciardo, Stroll, Sergei Sirotkin, and Stoffel van Dorn. Hartley and Pierre Gasly rounds off the grid. And now it's time to head down to the track.
Right, let's be patient going into turn 1. We want to be in a good position for the rest of the race. Good luck.
Thank you, Jeff. Welcome to the 2018 Austrian Grand Prix. Hamilton on pole, Raikkonen second, Bottas third, Vettel fourth, Romano fifth, Verstappen sixth, Ricciardo back down in P15 I believe. It's going to be a good one here today. Here we go. 5 red lights. The cars rev. Let's go for the 2018 Austrian Grand Prix. Good start for Romano here. Good start for Hamilton out front. Bottas pulls alongside with Raikkonen. Can he go around the outside? Yes, he can. Romano also around the outside of Sebastian Vettel. Can't quite make it work for him. Gets into the slipstream. Bottas pulls ahead of Raikkonen. Raikkonen now in the slipstream. Goes to the outside. Romano goes to the inside of Vettel. Down the inside of Raikkonen. Around the outside. And he cannot make it stick. Can Kimi. But Romano cannot either. Vettel around the outside. And he pulls ahead. Raikkonen still trying to go around the outside of Valtteri Bottas, and Romano has a look down the inside but can't talk. Can Raikkonen stick around the outside? He cannot make it stick, can he? Yes, he's still alongside. Now we get the inside run for turn 6, and Kimi is slightly ahead here. It's great racing between the Mercedes and Ferrari driver. The two Finns absolutely battling it out here. Raikkonen and Bottas still side by side, but they've been side by side since turn 1. And now coming into the fast right hander, there's contact here. Bottas is round. Bottas is round. He's into the wall by the looks of it. So contact between the two Finns. They've had another clash. They have had a history of clashing with each other in the past, and they've done it again here today at Austria on lap 1. Unbelievable between the two Finns as Romano goes wide into turn 1, which is an ideal for him. So Bottas is now at the back of the pack. Raikkonen continues into second place. I wonder if there'll be a penalty for that, or if it was just a racing incident. It'll be interesting to see what the stewards decide on that one, as we start the second lap here. As Hamilton has a nice comfy 3-second lead up front from all that battling between the two Finns, but now moving on to lap 5. Vettel ranging up onto the back of his teammate, and in fact he's actually passed his teammate. So Sebastian Vettel has passed Kimi Raikkonen. Raikkonen may be just struggling a little bit in these early stages of the race, but he does have DRS here. Will he have a look in the turn 1? He's going to go around the outside. Vettel defends the inside line very aggressively. And Raikkonen not giving up just yet. He's got DRS here, and he's pulling past his teammate thanks to the extra to the DRS. And now Romano has a look at the two Ferraris in front, but he cannot pull that quite closely. Here, Vettel now got DRS on his teammate Raikkonen. Raikkonen is through, but Romano's got a great toe on Vettel, and he will look down the inside. He's going to have a dive as well. Chris Romano has passed the 4-time world champion, the rookie, having an unbelievably strong run here in the opening 6 laps of the Austrian Grand Prix. He moves up into third place, and Vettel now is going to be staring at the rear wing of the Sauber driver. Not what he wants. He wants to be battling with Lewis Hamilton and Kimi Raikkonen, not with this Alfa Romeo driver. Romano a bit wide here. Can Vettel pounce into the fast right, double right-hander? Not quite, by the looks of it. This is not ideal. My preview screen is all laggy at the minute. I hope it's not like that on the video, but it's back better now. And Romano has DRS somehow. It must be close enough to Kimi Raikkonen. He is close enough to Raikkonen. Is he going to have a go at the world champion driver here? No, not quite close enough. By the looks of it, is Sebastian Vettel close enough? He's got a bit of DRS as well, slipstream. But with Romano having DRS, Vettel cannot get close enough to the back of Romano. So now moving on to the end of lap 7. Here's Romano still following Raikkonen. Has a big moment on the traction there, and Vettel takes that one off him. Very easy for Sebastian Vettel there, and as easy as you'd like. Now moving on to
okay, clear.
Yellow flags in the background. I think it is Sergio Perez. No, it's Max Verstappen, I believe. So problems for Red Bull again. Last race it was Daniel Ricciardo. This race it's Max Verstappen. But Romano down the inside into turn 3 on Sebastian Vettel. Gets it done. The use of DRS slipstream despite Vettel having DRS, and Verstappen out of the Grand Prix. Really unfortunate for Max Verstappen. Ricciardo retired last time out. Red Bull needed to sort out these reliability issues. It's not been a strong start to the year for them. Now on to lap 9. And Vettel still chasing Romano. Romano very right into turn 4. Vettel may have the opportunity, has a look around the outside maybe, but he's not quite in a good enough position. It's really difficult to go around the outside of that corner, turn 5. So he cannot make it stick. And now moving on to lap 13.
Pit now, pit now.
The tyres are gone, and you can see we're just struggling for grip now, and Vettel streams past us on the run. Turn 8, and we are now coming into the pits for our first pit stop, and our only pit stop of the race, so one stop here today at Austria, and we're going to go onto the soft tyre, which was really a good tyre, actually, really consistent. Despite, even at the end of the stint, it felt like you could really still push the tyre. Unlike these ultra softs, they were really dropping.
Go, go, go!
Especially in the lap time, where the soft tyre didn't feel it.
Okay, stay clear of the white line on the exit.
Now
You'll receive a penalty for dangerous driving if you cross over into the track.
Thanks, Jeff, for unnecessary information. P11 for Chris Romano, and he's doing the undercut on Sebastian Vettel, but Sebastian has put in an absolutely brilliant lap here on his in lap. And he's come out ahead of Romano despite getting the undercut. So now Romano is 2 cars behind Vettel. He's actually put a gap, so he might not see Sebastian for the rest of this race, but there is quite a train in front here as Romano behind Alonso. Perez makes a mistake in turn 3, and Alonso gets caught up in it, and Romano, much better grip, just gets the power down much better on the traction with the fresh tyres. passes Fernando. Now DRS on Perez. Will he have a look into turn 4? He's not quite close enough. So he's going to have to wait till the next lap. Runs slightly wide at the apex there, but it's alright. Now on lap 16, Romano on the DRS of Sergio Perez. Down the inside. He almost hits him. Takes avoiding action, and Romano up into P8 for now. Now the next car ahead on track is Sebastian Vettel, who is still in the traffic. Now Vettel making his move here into turn 1 on Kevin Magnussen. He gets held up here, and Romano's got a run on him. No DRS, but he has got slipstream here, Chris Romano. And Vettel is under threat here. Romano down the inside. Vettel's not close enough to Magnussen, but Romano down the inside. It's going to be close between the two on the exit. Vettel still around the outside. Great racing between these two. Vettel trying to squeeze Romano, but he holds his line, and now he pulls clear. And Romano into turn 4 down the inside, has track position, and he takes it away from Sebastian Vettel back in the P6. This is going to be frustrating the German driver. He just wants to have a clean race, but he couldn't make his move stick ahead. 3 cars ahead, and Romano scored him and overtaken him. That is probably Vettel's chance at winning this Grand Prix, or even beating this teammate, all but gone, unfortunately. As Hulkenberg now pits. Very awkward pit entry here at Austria. You see Romano goes wide and runs wide again. Now this could give Vettel the opportunity he was looking for, despite the fact that Romano has DRS. Vettel's very, very close. We'll have a look
some
into
information
turn 1.
on Perez. They have some kind of mechanical problem.
No, he won't. Perez has got issues. The car directly behind this battle. As you can see on the map, he is slowing down there, which is
Green flag.
really unfortunate for Sergio Perez, as now Leclerc is holding up this train, and Leclerc's made a mistake, and Magnussen gets a poor exit because of that, and Romano makes the easy undercut move. Now he's on the back of his teammate Charles Leclerc, and you'd think that he'd get past his teammate with relative ease, and you think Leclerc, they are on 2 different strategies, and he will not be putting up the fight. But Leclerc's still ahead for now, but we're going to have to wait till the next DRS straight here. So quite a good race so far for
Virtual safety car, virtual safety.
There is a virtual safety car now on the virtual safety car restart. Leclerc's actually got a good one.
Yellow flag.
Poor one for Romano, as you can see. Magnussen and Vettel quite close, but you can see how much better his tyres are than Charles Leclerc.
Okay, clear.
Closes right up to the back of him, and Perez is finally into the pits. And here goes Romano down the inside into turn 1. Easy move on his teammate. Makes it stick. Now has himself back up onto the podium. 3rd place for Chris Romano with 16 laps to go. He's got a 6-second gap to Kimi Räikkönen. Will he be able to close it down? And Sebastian Vettel in the background, meanwhile, has just overtaken Charles Leclerc, as you can see there. So Vettel chasing down Romano. It's going to be a great battle between these two, as Leclerc pits on the end of lap 20.
Charles is in the pits.
As Romano puts in a pretty good lap. Now Vettel, he's had really good pace, closing up to the back after overtaking Leclerc, and he gets a great exit out of turn 1. Has Sebastian Vettel, and now with the DRS, probably high energy modes, Vettel going down the inside here. Sebastian Vettel back into P3, takes the position at turn 4. Romano will have DRS for this straight though. He opens it. Vettel could be under pressure once again from the Sauber driver. Romano goes to the inside. Vettel should have defended that a bit harder. And Romano has the track position. Slight contact there. Great racing between these two drivers here today at the Red Bull Ring. But it is Romano who once again prevails. This Sauber driver driving above expectations massively here. Now moving on to lap 27. As you can see, Romano's actually pulled away a bit of a gap from Vettel. And now Vettel never could reclaim that. And the gap stabilised. And Romano will come home for a fantastic...
Okay, good job, mate. Really well
third
done.
place.
That was a fantastic drive.
Hamilton wins the Grand Prix. His first win of the season. Kimi Räikkönen second, the championship leader. Opens up his advantage over his teammate Sebastian Vettel. Now we'll go to get David Croft.
Fantastic victory for the Silver Arrows. So, Ant, how exactly did they set themselves apart from the pack today?
I think a large part of the result comes down to temperament. They were able to keep their heads when everyone around them was losing theirs, and that's allowed them to get the best out of the car, to maximise the strategy, and to stay out of trouble.
here are our podium drivers today after that excellent race. They've excelled here, as they so often do, and it's a well-deserved victory. Mercedes, then, are on top today.
Lewis Hamilton has won the Austrian Grand Prix here today at the Red Bull Ring. Raikkonen second and Romano another third place. His third podium in his first 9 races. An unbelievable effort from the rookie. So Hamilton, Raikkonen, Romano, Vettel, Ricciardo drives a great race to finish 5th. Grosjean, Ocon, Leclerc finishes 8th, 9th for Sainz, and Alonso gets a point for McLaren with Hartley 11th. Bottas only P12
really
after that difficult opening lap.
Another podium. You must be getting used to it up there.
So, a fantastic race from our point of view now.
It looks like you've invested heavily in the development of new parts.
Romano, and I probably need to up the difficulty. I'm not sure if I'm going to do it for Silverstone, which is the next race. Probably do one more race on 105, and if I seem to do extremely well there again, then I'll up the difficulty definitely. Just need to make sure, because I don't know if I can compete with 110, because it might not seem like it, but
Appreciate your time.
there is a big difference between 105 and 110. But here, anyway, we now select Sergio Perez as our next rival, which I hope will be a great battle. And then we hopefully get a rear wing main plane update on the car for the aero, which will come, I believe, in the German Grand Prix. So here's a look at the championship standings. You can see Kimi Raikkonen has a quite nice comfy lead at the top. Hamilton's moved closer back into the fight. So anyway, thanks guys for watching today's episode. I hope you guys all enjoyed it. Please remember to leave a like on the video, leave your comments down in the comment section below. I'll see you guys next time at Silverstone. Goodbye.